You may notice from my voice that I'm battling bronchitis. The last thing I want to do is leave my house. I don't have to because I use Stamps.com. And Stamps.com is a great sponsor of the More Stories podcast, and I want you to use it. I don't have to go to the post office. The post office isn't open 24 hours a day like you are, like your home is. Post office has limited hours, could be closed when you get there. That's why you need Stamps.com. Get postage when it's convenient for you, 24/7 right from your desk. Stamps.com will save you the time and hassle of going to the post office. No more driving, finding parking, waiting in line. Just use your own computer and printer to get official U.S. postage for any letter or package, and the mailman picks it up for you. You'll save money with Stamps.com, too. Get exact postage the instant you need it. No more overpaying. Even get special postage discounts that you won't get at the post office. I use Stamps.com. I love it. You know what? I don't have to go to the post office today with my bronchitis and my antibiotics-ravaged body and my fever because I use Stamps.com. I do it right from my house. Right now, use my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R, for this special offer. It's a no-risk trial. It's a $110 bonus offer that includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage. Type in my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R. Stamps.com. Enter Mohr. Warriors won serious money this past weekend at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football league. You need to check them out. DraftKings takes watching football to a whole new level. Now you can win instant cash every week, every game. DraftKings is one-week fantasy football, so no season-long commitments. Are you in a fantasy league and your team stinks? Don't worry about it. You're not stuck with the same players. Just instant cash, instant gratification. True story. One guy won $100,000 his very first time playing with DraftKings.com. $100,000 day one. Right now, Warriors get up to $600 free. Use promo code J, J-A-Y, and for every dollar you deposit, DraftKings.com will match it up to $600. That's $600 totally free. Hurry, this amazing offer expires this Friday. Enter JAY today at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. Don't be stuck in your losing fantasy league. Change your team every week. DraftKings.com. Enter the promo code J.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Hey, man.
More Stories podcast. My man, Brad Williams. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Buddy boy, this is trip number 4, 3?
4.
Way up there.
Yeah. I could start hanging my little tiny shorts in the rafters pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to
retire me.
Retire your dolphin shorts?
Extra, man.
Extra mediums?
You have no idea.
Got to give some love to Amazon. While Brad Williams is sitting here, we make you famous. Go to the Amazon banner at jmohr.com, click it, and then buy something at jmohr.com. And you know what you do? Instead of on your toolbar, I think is this called a toolbar up here where all my stuff is, like Fox Sports and my fantasy league. Instead of stuff. Yeah, a lot.
Ujizz.com.
Not here, buddy boy. Screw that. I moved in with a gotta let the jizz flow. I moved in with a sure thing. I'm no dummy.
There you go.
You ever hear when guys get married? Like you got a girlfriend that you dig, and when guys get married, people always go like, one vagina for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, but it's the one I picked.
Yeah, and it's guaranteed.
Yeah, it's the one that like with the flu will go, all right, but you have to be quick because I don't really feel well. Like that. It's not like UPS dropped a 5 off at my door and said, make do.
You're right. And I mean, and you know me, I've been a single guy forever and doing my thing there. But now that I have the girlfriend, it's great because I mean, now I don't have to worry about kicking them out in the morning, you know, or like sneaking out or like climbing down the balcony.
Uncle Dan joining us today as well, 100%er. Keep that mic real close to your mustache there.
Is this close enough?
Alive, Dennis Farina.
Is this close enough?
Oh my God, you're so right.
He looks just like him.
He talks like him too.
Yeah.
Uncle
I am
Dan,
him.
you are him? That would be great if Dennis Farina faked his death and was just roaming the earth as Uncle Dan, caring for the elderly and special people.
Yeah,
around
and he
the
just
country.
wanted to come on the Jay Mohr
That would be
podcast.
terrific.
That would be terrific. And you're wearing your bright orange...
Halloween?
that boy, Dano. Now, you and Brad have never met?
No. Well, we did about an hour ago.
Yeah, when I was upstairs trying to put a cranky, jet-lagged baby to bed.
Yeah.
Babies don't really understand the 3-hour time difference.
No, they don't. I don't.
You don't?
No.
When my parents visit, they're like, well, it's November where we are. What is it here? They're like super confused.
Where do they
They're
live?
in Easton, Pennsylvania, but they get a lot of people that visit. You know that. Like when you get friends that visit from
Easton.
Like...
Is
Yes.
that where Larry Holmes is from?
Yes, sir.
The Easton Assassin?
Don't be knocking on Larry Holmes now, man.
He's the greatest.
He is the greatest. How's Shirley doing? I got an autograph from Larry Holmes in this garage someplace, and I had a Rottweiler at the time. He wrote, "How's Shirley doing?"
Right up there.
There it is. Right there. See him right there wearing a fake mustache? Yeah, they're in Easton, and they'll come, and anytime you never had visitors that are like, wow, it's midnight. Well, it's fucking 9 here. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, but like because being comics, our schedule's messed up as it is. It's more like people just always assume I'm awake. Like I have friends from the East Coast call me when it's 5 a.m. here. They're like, "But you're always up doing morning radio." It's like not every day.
Not Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
As they say in Vegas, we're dark those days.
and I'm cranky, man.
You're cranky in the morning?
Oh, you don't put me down for memes. It's over.
Memes.
That's what Mexicans call it.
That's what Dan. What do you call a nap?
A nap? A nap.
Uncle Dan's indignant when you said Mimi. So xenophobia
I don't know what the
popped
hell you were
up.
talking about. A Mimi.
A Mimi? Well, I figured it out just because we were talking about sleeping.
Oh,
so I figured Brad was talking about naps.
Sure.
Comics are great nappers.
Great
We're the ones
memiers.
that's great memiers.
Well, because we always have the morning radio,
Yeah.
and then we pass out for 4 hours, and then we got to wake up at like
Mimi for 4 hours.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
mimi for 4
we go
hours.
memes for 4 hours.
We do the scales. We just lay in a fucking Best Western going, me. Your toolbar, instead of where it says Amazon, remove that and put jmohr.com and use my Amazon banner, and all the money goes to my kids going to college. I would never make that up. It's true. This guy right here, Tony Dong.
That's his real name?
That's
That's
a
what
fake
it says.
name.
Tony Dong.
His email address says Tony Dong as well, but it says from Tony Dong right
Started
here.
a movie with Ron Jeremy.
Tony
Ron
Dong.
Jeremy, Tony Dongs, Sylvia Saint, Rachel Rocks. It happened.
That was a lot. That was a lot of names you just rattled off.
Man,
like
he
we were
knows them all.
That
I
was
could have
like
kept going.
that was like we were just naming our favorite bands.
Jaden Cole, Asa Akira. I can keep going with this.
Keep going. I want to hear just guys.
Oh, guys?
Yeah, because they're hot.
Peter North, Talon, Voodoo.
Some guy named himself Talon Voodoo.
I have an unhealthy obsession. It's not good.
Of porn? Are you like Don John? Or if you're Mexican, you'd be Don Janito?
Oh, you didn't go. You didn't go Don Juan.
No, it's Don John. The movie was Don John. He's obsessed with porn. He's addicted to porn.
Oh, he is. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's a great movie.
But I feel like I have to see it because my partner on my podcast, Adam Ray,
Your life partner, your alternative lifestyle partner.
Yes, his hero Tony Danza's in the movie.
Wolveranza.
Yeah. So I feel like I have to go see it.
Yeah, Tony Danza is good. And he was on my radio show. He came on to promote the movie, and he was real fun. And he's great. Him and Joey Gordon-Levitt acting just Italian eating dinner, like with the spaghetti with one hand and the piece of bread in the other hand,
Right.
fighting.
It's like so Italian. They're like,
Tony Danza doesn't know what TiVo is. He's like, get out of the way, you're blocking the game. He goes, why don't you just pause it? He goes, what do you mean pause it? Like he has no idea that isn't
pause it?
And he goes, it's TiVo. He goes, oh, you want a little TiVo? I'll give you TiVo. You want some TiVo right now? Like he has no idea what TiVo means.
It's like talking smack.
And they almost fist fight at dinner.
I just tried to do a Tony Danza impression, and it ended up sounding like Bobby Slayton.
Really?
Yeah, because Bobby Slayton, he talks really fast. You come in there, sit down. Brett, I'm not getting any deals. What's going on?
I'm not getting any deals. I've been in this business so long. Slayton's one of those old school guys. Boston comics mostly, they feel like your level of older Boston comics, not the new breed. They feel like your level of success should be directly related to your time on Earth.
I've been in this business for 32 years, Brad. I'm still doing the nasty show in Montreal.
What am I doing? Well,
Yeah. Like, I remember when Bobcat got Letterman, he was like 19 years old.
Oh,
and
it just pissed
they were
everybody
like,
off.
it's not his turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, he passed the audition. You're doing local jokes about, Southie and Dorchester.
Dorchester.
Where are you from? You're from up there, Uncle Dan.
Oh, yeah, I'm right outside of Worcester.
What town?
Fucking
Millbury.
Worcester, kid.
Millbury, Massachusetts.
Millbury?
Yeah.
Is that where you worked at the slaughterhouse?
No, that was in Sutton.
Sutton?
Snyder's dressed beef. Yeah. I worked in 2 slaughterhouses, actually. Chicago dressed beef in Worcester and Snyder's dressed beef in Sutton. So,
What was your job in the slaughterhouse?
well, in the one, I only worked there for like 4 or 5 hours. I went in there. They were going to train me to, the guy said, when he's interviewing me, he says, do you have a hunt? And I never hunted in my life. Oh, yeah, I'm a big hunter. I figured I had to say it. So my job was supposed to go out there, and these cows kind of walk down this ramp, and this like a thing grabs them by the back leg, and it pulls them up. And my job was supposed to go and shoot them in the head with a .22 and slit their throat and catch their blood. So I'm training with the guy. And I'm seeing him do this, and then like noon gets there, and I go out for the lunch break and never came back. I said, I'm not doing this.
I like that you still had your appetite.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Uncle Dan.
How do you go on a lunch break when you've killed like 49 cows?
I didn't kill
and
anything. I was
slit their
training
throats?
then. I was supposed to come back and shoot my first cow after lunch. I said, the hell with this. I ain't coming back.
But that's the weirdest job to train at in the world. Like, we've all been in the restaurant when the waitress comes over. Oh, that's the worst. When the waitress comes over, goes, hi, I'm Beth. Mm-hmm. This is Rachel. She's training today. Sure. And you don't know who to make eye contact with. Like, well, I should talk to Rachel because she's in training. Right. But Beth is like leaning against my table all up in her shit.
Yeah, and she's
And Rachel and the Beth or whatever, the trainee is just behind her like, this fucking is ridiculous. Just let me wing it.
Do you ever get the waitress that's kind of like the Southwest flight attendant that's like auditioning and trying to do jokes with you?
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
I hate it too.
Because for me, there's always jokes I hear every time I go into a damn restaurant. It's the same thing every time. Like if I'm in a group of 4, they always go, all right, party of 4 or 3.5. And they like wait for the pause. Like, you fucker.
That's really like you have a lawsuit on your hand.
I could easily. I get that one, and
like if like 3 white people and a black guy come in, they go party of 4, 1 will not be tipping. like short people,
Well, just 10%.
10%.
Yeah, exactly. I get that one, and then I get the will we be needing a booster seat tonight? Just playing. Wow. I get that shit all the time. I'm like, really? And they don't know I'm a comic. They don't. They just see Midget walk in. They're like, all right, I can fuck with them.
You should get a police badge, like a fake, and just go. I'm sorry. Can I see your kitchen?
If I bust out a police badge, they're probably gonna think I'm a stripper.
Tiny cop.
Tiny cops.
That's it.
Tiny dong.
Tiny dong.
Coming this fall to Fox.
Tiny cop.
Tiny cop.
Very well played, Mr.
That'd
Brad
be a
Williams.
good one. I like that. That'd be a show I could watch.
Yeah.
Uncle Dan, you watch a lot of TV. Would you watch Tiny? You really would watch Tiny Cop.
There was
fun.
Did you see Brad in Cop and a Half with Burt Williams?
No.
Burt Williams.
There was an actual show.
Made me feel great, you know.
there was an actual show on Comedy Central about 8 years ago called Knee High PI.
But it was PEEEYE. It was just somebody pissing in somebody else's face.
Yeah, it was
starring Rachel Rocks
and John Dong.
Good callback, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
And John Dong.
Tony Dong.
John Dong.
Tony Dong. It's right here.
Sorry.
What
That's his brother, John.
What did Tony buy?
Tony says, JJ, love the podcast. Here's a little support through Amazon. Thanks for saving Olympic wrestling. I don't know if you know that about me. Kind of saved it. No, it didn't hurt. I did not save it.
Just you.
You know, they say Yoko Ono, they go, she didn't break up the Beatles. I always go, well, she did not break up the Beatles either.
I didn't stop it from happening.
I did not save
Well,
Olympic
she didn't
wrestling.
save it either, so big deal.
Well, she you know what, Uncle Dan?
She didn't save wrestling.
I liked you better when you were dead Dennis Farina. Hello, and then Amazon writes him, hello, Tony Dong. So maybe that is his name.
I guess so.
Thank you for shopping with us. We'd like to let you know that Amazon has received your order. Order details. Renown. Oh, there's always numbers. Spiced apple urinal screen.
What?
For health and beauty.
I want one of those.
Why?
I don't just get.
What does it screen against?
I think it's the regular urinal thing that's in the urinal all the time. See the photo right there?
Yeah. When you pee on it, it makes it it kind of gives off a smell. I think.
So
Not asparagus. They should make asparagus pea
No,
screens.
no cinnamon.
It just trip everybody out.
Yeah, like I didn't
every
even
time.
eat asparagus for months.
It's amazing to me how fast that happens. Like you eat
Instantaneous.
asparagus, and then 15 minutes later, you're taking a piss, and you're like, "What's happening here?"
I have an opposite problem where my asparagus smells like pee, no matter how I cook it.
I think that's on you, man.
You think so?
I think that's how you're cooking it.
He's not done shopping, Tony Dong.
Oh, okay.
Martinelli's Little Italy. That's where he owns a restaurant. All right, here you go. So obviously he owns a restaurant in Santa Fe. In Salina, Kansas, on 158 South Santa Fe. So go check out this guy's restaurant. His name is Tony Dong,
There you go.
and he's got an Italian restaurant. And if you ever have to pee at a restaurant, you want to pull over someplace in Kansas, for crying out loud, go someplace with a spiced apple urinal screen. He also bought RSVP herb scissors.
What the hell are those?
That's for cutting up the urinal cake so it fits the dong.
I get it.
And how about this one going out of the box? Giorgio Bruttini men's boot black, size 9. So he bought all these things for his restaurant, and then he's like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a little... Well, holy shit, he's not done. A Schwinn A10 upright bike. Look at that piece of machinery right there. Good going, Tony Dong. And that's it. He spent $262.40. And there... sorry. One, I don't know what PC... Oh, personal computer. Replacement end cap cover for Jawbone UP2... bracelet, band cap, some fucking computer shit.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is. But anyway, Tony Dong, congratulations. You made the podcast, and I appreciate your efforts very much. Brad Williams has the About Last Night podcast with his dear friend, alternative lifestyle partner, Adam Ray, who's now on a college tour, you told me.
Yeah, he's out doing colleges. He got a lot of gigs after he started in the movie The Heat.
He was good in it.
He was.
He was the bad guy with the beard at the end.
Yeah.
And in the middle.
Who ran the nightclub. And he called me when he did his first day, because he's like, Brad, it was my first day of shooting. And his first day of shooting, he got to motorboat Sandra Bullock. That was his first scene, first day. It was
That's
just
cool.
like, yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, here, shove your face in the tits of an Oscar winner.
She didn't win an Oscar, by the way.
No, she did. She did for Blindside.
She won?
Yeah.
Maddie boy thought it was Speed. Maddie Ebert. That's 2 podcasts in a row. You've been on the money with the movie, Maddie boy.
There you go.
He's good.
He is good. He's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
Hey, Maddie. He was good. Sandra Bullock, by the way, she was on Action, and we had to film where I recorded a sex. Me and her had sex. We had an affair. Was the backstory.
Okay.
And then she comes into my office and headbutts my face, and then just punches the shit out of me. And then she goes, "What's this?" And I go, "What? I don't know what you're talking about." And she goes, "While you were sleeping on my face." And I go, "What?" And she puts it in the VCR. I go, "I didn't record that." And just me going, "Oh." And it's her, like she had to go when we recorded it, when we did the show.
Right.
It's just Sandra Bullock going like, "Oh," like, "Fuck." And they bleeped it out like, "Fuck me. Do it, Peter." Like she was totally like fearless. And I kept, she was down. And I was going, "I'm doing as fast as I can." Sandra Bullock from Speed for the cameras. It was audio only.
Right.
And I go, "I think you're blowing this out of proportion. It shows a whole new side of you." She goes, "Yeah, my insides." Like she was so fun.
That's great.
So the fact that Adam Ray motorboated her doesn't really surprise me. I bet she made him feel very at ease. Did he have any tales?
Wait, tells?
Tales to tell?
Oh, I know just that he had a great time with her. And
did he meme me in his trailer?
Probably. No, it's funny. We've had a lot of people on from that movie, and like we're about to get Michael Rappaport on. We had Paul Feig, the director, on the podcast.
That's a big get.
Yeah, Paul Feig.
Hell yeah. And Mikey Rapp, he directed the Tribe Called Quest documentary.
Oh, no shit.
I couldn't land him.
Oh.
And I know him. I did a movie with him. I couldn't land the kid.
Yeah, and we also had Taron Killam on, who was in the film as well, and also on Saturday Night Live, who does a killer. Who's the actor? He's the bad guy from that slave movie, Django Unchained.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. Taron Killam does a killer Christoph Waltz impression.
Do it.
I can't do it.
Does it sound like Bobby Slayton?
Hey, so hello, I'm Christoph Waltz. I'm here in the garage. We're having a good time. Why don't I get booked, Jay Mohr?
Hey, my Bobby Slayton sounds like Tony Danza.
We just got to switch.
DollarShaveClub.com. These guys are the best, I'm telling you. I use these razors every damn day. Sometimes I get out of the shower, I don't even need shaving cream with DollarShaveClub.com razors. That's the truth. When you use DollarShaveClub.com razors, you won't even believe what you've been missing. They deliver amazing quality razor blades and other bathroom goodness right to your door for just a couple bucks a month. No more shelling out $20 for blades. No more painful shaves with old, worn-out razors and razor blades. Everyone here at DollarShaveClub.com wants you to have a nice, smooth face, and everybody at Fake Mustache Studios is using them. You should too. And get this, Dollar Shave Club heard about the amazing mustache I'm growing for Movember to raise money to fight cancer, so they reached out to sponsor me. For every one of you that signs up with the promo code J, J-A-Y, they're going to donate $10 to my Movember team. $10 for each of you that donate. $10 to help fight cancer. And all you got to do is buy DollarShaveClub.com razors and enter the promo code J. That's more than my mom donated. Go sign up now at DollarShaveClub.com with promo code J, J-A-Y. We get a $10 donation. You get amazing razors for a few bucks a month. That's promo code J, J-A-Y. Shave time, shave money, DollarShaveClub.com. I'm telling you, you will not believe how great these razors are. I didn't think you could improve the razor. These guys did it. DollarShaveClub.com, enter the promo code J, and then $10 will be added into the pot to fight cancer. DollarShaveClub.com, enter the promo code J.
Brad Williams has a CD out. This is good, and it's available right now on iTunes. It's called Hi-Ho, H-I-H-O.
Yeah.
Uncle Dan.
Hi-ho. Okay,
Hi-ho.
I'll get it.
Like
Yeah.
hi-ho, off to work we go.
That's right. Hi-ho.
To further the point, track 2, I hate Snow White.
Yeah.
Why do you hate Snow White?
Well, here's the thing.
too.
I don't hate Snow White per se. Every dwarf has a fantasy of banging Snow White, and that's
hold on.
why.
Is that true?
That is absolutely true.
As
We have
opposed to the porn ladies you mentioned, they'd rather get after Snow White?
Oh, I would.
Like as reparations?
That's what we need.
Yeah.
That's our reparation.
If we just fuck Snow White, we can clear the slate, and you can ask me if I want a booster seat at a restaurant. But I got to get to the girl.
Every dwarf wants to bang Snow White because she was in a house with 7 of them, and not one of them got to tap that. They were all in the friend zone, and then dickhead Prince, who she's never met, comes in and saves her, and now he gets to hit it? Fuck that.
You know why?
Why is that?
He was 6 foot.
I know!
That prick.
It's pissing me off.
Why does Uncle Dan hate Snow White?
I don't know. I never liked her. I never liked her. There's something about her. She pisses me off.
What princesses do you like?
Well, because she wouldn't
Princess
fuck
Diana
the dwarves.
was okay.
Princess Diana was crushing dwarf ass 24/7.
Lord knows.
That's
She
right.
was not. She was into the dwarves.
You've seen those Brits. It's hard to tell them apart.
It
you know,
is
between
hard.
the dwarves and not dwarves. It happens.
Jim Jeffries told us he did a little person convention with you.
Yeah, he did. We did a show together at the Little Person's Convention, and Jim did it for no money. He just wanted to come by for the material. Like, he's like, no, I'm here to see this, and he was fascinated by it. And I explained to him that the hardest, because he like said, okay, like show me like a hot dwarf or whatever, and I was like showing him the dwarves that were like considered attractive. And I told him, I said, the hardest thing is that we don't know each other's ages either. Like, I don't know how old that girl is. Like, because with dwarves, a lot of times you can't tell. So, like, and I think
diapers are a giveaway.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
If they're rocking Pampers, either, 2 months or 97.
Yeah. If they're in
One
a
or the
crib, bassinet, you want to stay away from them, no matter how well they dance.
I don't know, but now some of the way these girls dress, and it's tough, especially with dwarf girls, because they're shopping at Baby Gap anyway. So they're rocking Dora the Explorer on the fucking T-shirt. You don't know if she's like 18, 19, or 6.
Are you wearing that ironically or not? So, and the gig, you had to close the dwarf show, right?
No, Jim closed it.
Really?
Yeah.
You got off easy. Because let me tell you, when you and Jim were at the Improv.
That's right.
I followed Tom Morello. I followed crazy people. I've had followed crazy things in my life. That night, just following Jim Jeffries standing there talking for a half hour,
right?
That was like digging out of a hole. That was like wet sand. It was crazy how hard it was to follow him.
Here's how good Jim is. When I went on stage that night in front of my own people, in front of little people.
At the little person convention.
At the convention. When I said the word midget for the first time, everyone freaked out. It was like, this is BS that our own guy is doing this. I actually didn't have that good of a set. And then, but then Jim went on. He said midget and made it work for him. Like, he brought it around, and then by the end of it, they were all loving him. I'm like, I was on stage doing...
I'm one of you,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, you think you guys would be supporting me. No, midgets fucking hate me.
Why? Yeah, they don't really. You would think, there's like gay acts where the gays will follow them to the ends of the earth. You know? And then you would think a little person like yourself, every town you went to, it would just be like fucking Oz.
It would just be packed.
Like he's one of us. Or like,
Yeah, you would
like how the people that would all come out to see Russell Peters. Because here's a guy that's like, I think he's Indian, right?
Yeah, he's Indian, he's Canadian.
But like every like Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, like they're finally our voice.
Right.
But it doesn't work that way with you.
No, it's so strange to me because I think right now it's safe to say I'm in the top 5 of little people. In showbiz. I mean, you got Peter Dinklage number 1, I'm guessing. Wee Man probably number 2. Maybe the Austin Powers guy 3.
Vern Troyer 3, but I think I might have to bump you down. And I'll tell you what. Go ahead. Who do you have 4?
I think I'm 4, and then number 5 is David Spade.
What about the little person couple, the roll-offs on the Learning Channel?
Oh, fuck that dude.
He's mean.
No, here's why I don't like Matt Roloff. For those of you guys who don't know, the show is called Little People Big World. And this guy named Matt Roloff, he runs a farm, Uncle Dan.
Yeah,
he's a dwarf on crutches, and he's doing the plow, and he's planting stuff. He runs a farm. I hate him because he fucked up the curve for me, Jay Mohr.
Why? Because you want to run a farm too?
No, because I can't use dwarfism as an excuse to fail anymore.
But you're not. You're in the upper 1% of all dwarves. Do you really want to be out fucking hoeing and making
No, but I'm saying like when my buddy calls me and say, "Hey, Brad, I need to. I'm moving and I need help moving." I can't tell him I can't do it because I'm like, dude, dwarfism. I'm not good at that sort of shit. He goes, "Well, Matt Roloff plows his fucking farm." Like he fucked up the curve for me. I don't like him the same way a lot of black people don't like Obama. Because like Obama fucked up the curve for them because it used to be like, the man is keeping a brother down. The man is the reason why a brother can't get a job. Now the man is a yay, just like you. So I don't know. I don't know if that fits too well.
Does the yeah take me's?
All the time.
Well played, Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan has an interesting thing in connection with you, Brad Williams.
Oh, yeah?
His beautiful bride, my Aunt Lori, and Matty Boy's Aunt Lori, until the age of like 6 years old, thought she was going to grow up to be a dwarf. And it was her biggest fear. Do you know this about her?
Oh, yeah.
Tell
she's
us the story.
5'10", though. Well, I know.
And she's 5'11".
Yeah, she was probably like 5 feet then or something. She just had a thing. She just thought she was going to grow up and, to be a little person, and she just never did. She freaked out about it.
I love the phrase "grow up to be a little person."
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Grow down.
Something you strive for.
But she was 5 foot at the time.
Yeah.
So it's completely irrational fear. What was the fear based in?
Don't ask me.
Did she have like microphobia or something? Was she like afraid of little people?
Is microphobia the fear of little people?
Yeah.
That's what John Stamos has?
And that exists.
That's what John Stamos has, right?
Yeah. I told you about Stamos. I had another incident recently where a woman, there was a group of 4 women who came to one of my live shows. One of them had microphobia. The other 3 knew she had it and didn't tell her. So
great friends.
don't get me wrong.
Close your eyes. Here's a live snake. Surprise. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all for pranks, but just email me and let me know. They didn't give me a heads up or anything.
What'd she do?
She stood up right when I walked on stage. I hadn't even said one word in the damn microphone yet. This woman stands up.
In all fairness, it takes you about 6 minutes to get to the mic.
Well, it's a long ways away, Jay Mohr.
That was the point.
Yeah, and I take 3 strides for every one of yours, so give me some time.
Yeah.
So before I even say anything, she stood up and just yelled, "Jesus Christ!"
Really?
Yes.
And did the rest of the crowd go like, what is happening?
They were looking around like, Tim Tebow's here? Like, they were doing...
And he was.
He was,
That's the
but
thing.
it was just like, I'm afraid of little people. And that's just something I don't understand.
I never heard of that phobia before.
Me neither.
Oh, I encounter it all the time. There was another time it happened where a guy came to the show. He knew he was afraid, and he knew he was coming to see me, but he wanted to, like, cure himself. So I was like his trial by fire.
Yeah, because you know what? The guy's smart because he gets in the middle of the showroom seating.
Right.
You're up on a stage separated. There's a mic. There's people there. There's dialogue happening for everyone. That is like a perfect way to go about desensitizing yourself of your microphobia.
Absolutely. And I didn't even know that he had it because he didn't like announce it or anything. And then I started moving to the one side of the stage where this guy was sitting at, and I see this guy just stand up and start walking away. But not like to go to the bathroom. Like he would stand up, walk away, and then I would walk to the other side of the stage, and he would come back and sit down.
What are they afraid you're going to do?
I don't know. Maybe they think it's contagious. Like I can just like scratch their knee, and they go, "I'm melting."
It isn't, is it?
I don't know. Is it?
No, it's not contagious.
Okay, well, I'm down this end of the table anyways.
Yeah, Uncle Dan, I noticed you positioned yourself very far away from Brad Williams.
Well, just in case.
Do you have any questions about little people that have been itching at you for a long time?
No, I mean, I don't have any microphobic tendencies or anything.
Well, I guess I'll just talk to Brad the rest of the hour.
I'll just pipe in
tee you
every now
up,
and then.
and you just put the bat on your shoulder. That's cool.
Okay.
I cured this guy, though.
You cured him?
Yeah.
Did you put your hands on his head like a faith healer?
Who was that guy? Benny Hill?
Yeah.
Tap his head.
No, wait.
Sax is playing.
Wait, is Benny Hill the
British comedian?
Oh, who's Benny Hinn? No, it's Benny Hinn. Who's
Benny Hinn?
Okay,
the Indian.
Yeah.
evangelist.
Who like people walk up and like they're crippled, and he just goes, "You're healed through the power of Jesus." Then they like start shaking on the ground and
whack
stuff.
them on the head, and they'd fall back.
Why do you know so much about Benny Hinn? You have no midget questions, but you're all up in
Benny
Indian.
Hill used to do that too. No, because I saw his show a couple times. I remember that guy. He'd hit you on the head, you'd fall back, you'd be healed.
What would you be healed of?
Microphobia. I used to be deathly afraid.
Comes back with a strong hook.
Yeah, Uncle Dan, you got to keep body on him from 3-point land. He'll light it up.
There you go.
You
I cured him because when I noticed that he kept getting out of his chair and like moving away, I started asking him like, "What's the deal?" He said, "I'm afraid, but I'm here."
I'm afraid.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm afraid," and this is a grown ass man, tattoos, cut guy. Like the guy you wouldn't want to be in the holding cell with in jail.
It's got to be something like when you were a little kid, something happened or something. I mean, how are you? I can't understand.
What,
that
like
phobia.
your parents got murdered while Willy Wonka was playing in the background?
Something. Don't ask me. I mean, what else could it be? Jesus.
So you hear Oompa Loompa. You just see pools of blood like
that should
flash
be your
in front
intro
of you.
music when you come on stage. Just if you know there's somebody that's microphobic in the audience, you should come up to the Oompa Loompa theme.
Oh, I would do it if someone could make me like a killer like metal remix of it.
Oompa Loompa.
Yeah,
really speed it up and freak them out.
Exactly. Like
slip them a roofie too.
Yeah, if you got
and
like
they wake up next to you,
the Lars Ulrich like double pedal shit going on for that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I would do that. That'd be great.
So how did you heal him?
I healed him because he was there with his wife, and I said, "I'm going to make you make a decision." So I walked towards where he was sitting. He gets up and walks away, as he's been doing. Then I hop off the stage, and I jump on his wife and just start motorboating the shit out of her.
And that wife's name was Sandra Bullock. Boom!
Absolutely. And like you could see it in his face. He was so torn. Like he wanted to run and like kick my ass, but then he was afraid, so he stayed back. But he wanted to do it, but he stayed back, and he did that the whole time. Finally, it was like the moment in Return of the Jedi where like Vader's looking at the Emperor and looking at Luke and like wondering what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And then finally, just like in Return of the Jedi, he just runs forward, and, like picks me up, and like throws me back on the stage.
You were a stage diver.
I was.
His wife's tits were your mosh pit. You were just at a fucking Daft Punk show. No, they don't mash there. That was a stupid reference, JJ. Made me feel great, you know.
It happens.
You were at a Minor Threat concert. Sounded like Norm. You had a Minor Threat concert?
Oh, yeah.
Motorboated the guy's wife. The guy goes, "What am I going to do? I'm afraid of him." And then where? So then you just continue the show, and then afterwards, did you guys like shake hands and share Chewbacca sleeping bag?
Yeah, pretty much. After that, he walked up to me and he was like comfortable with me, and he was like shaking my hand. He's like, "I think I'm good now." Or what happens sometimes is I cure people, but they find out they're only comfortable with me. Because then they see like another little person, and then they're freaked out again. But me, they're good.
Well, that's like microphobia.
Microphobia.
I'm telling you,
he lights it up.
Steph
dude.
Curry.
Steve Blake gets on a roll.
Yeah,
you don't guard him because it's Steve Blake, and then all of a sudden he does
whatever.
4 in a row.
Shoot it if you want.
It's insane.
Do you watch all? It seems like on TV, if you're a little person that makes chocolate or has any discernible skill, like you're just green lit on the Learning Channel. We're learning. What the Learning Channel is teaching us is that little people make chocolate.
Right.
They're doctors. They adopt.
Yeah, they adopt Asian dwarf babies.
Oh yeah, those are the two people I went for, but I couldn't think of the name of the show, so I went to the roll-offs instead.
The littlest couple.
The littlest couple.
Yeah,
the wife.
The wife's a doctor.
She's a doctor.
Right.
And the husband is like an entrepreneur of some sort. They're very wealthy.
Yeah.
And this happened last night. We're laying in bed, and she goes, "Do you see this?" And she paused it on the TiVo screen. It said, "The littlest couple." I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you know what it's about?" Just giggling as I drift off to sleep, knowing you were coming in 24 hours.
If you have not watched the show, watch it just for the kid, because they have this Asian dwarf baby and I'm convinced now that Asian dwarf babies could stop wars.
He's pretty cute.
They're so fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Like, you could get the most masculine, like, dude ever, and you put an Asian dwarf baby in front of him, and he's just going to get on his knees and start crying because of
Asian
the
babies
cuteness.
in general. I was just in Hawaii for like 3 weeks, and it was the hotel I was at was like almost, I would say it was probably 80% Japanese, 10% Australian.
Sure.
And then it was the rest was like white. And it was just, apparently, Asian people love to get married in Hawaii. There was like 5 a day. They just kept going, kept
cranking
going,
them out. Now serving.
And the babies are like, they're the most, I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of ugly babies out there, and you're not supposed to say it. But sometimes you're in the mall, and some guy holds up, and it's, this is my son, Leslie. And you're like, Jesus. Eesh. Kid's already got like a little pube stash. Like, not good. Asian babies is God's perfection.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I'm in the hotel. We're with my son, Mackie, and we're walking around, and there's just wedding after wedding after wedding. And he wants to watch a wedding because there's an Asian bride standing there. And then I take him to the ABC store to buying cookies and stuff. We see the fireworks. We come back. And as we're coming back where the wedding was, my 2.5-year-old son goes, "Where's the witch?" I go, "The witch?" He goes, "The witch." Weech. Where's the weech? I go, "The beach?" He goes, "The weech." I go, "I don't understand, sweetie." And I get in front of his stroller, like face to face, and he points where the bride was standing and goes, "The weech." Where he thought the Asian bride was a witch.
A good witch, though.
A good, obviously she was a good witch. All those flowers.
Yeah.
Where's the witch?
Oh, from the mouths of babes.
He's going to be so confused at Halloween. He's going to go, "Why are all these Asians walking around with brooms?"
That's insane. Well, it's totally true, though. Oh, wait, you were in Hawaii for 3 weeks?
Or almost.
3 weeks?
Thereabouts.
Oh, man. I did one gig in Hawaii one time, and I went surfing, and I found out here
on a cutting board.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm embarrassed it took me the 6 seconds it took.
It's okay.
I can't believe
I paused for you.
I know.
I was holding it.
You're a good man.
I was holding it. I was like, hold.
Every time
Braveheart.
you and I are together, we always wind up going, "Fuck, when is this tour happening?" Brad and JJ, we do it well.
Oh, it's gotta happen. So I go and I take surfing lessons.
Are you going to clear your throat every time Brad Williams wants to talk, Uncle Dan?
Not every time.
All right,
Okay, that's good.
When you go kill another cow murderer?
I never killed a cow in my life.
You know why? Because it was a tiny cow and he's microphobic.
There you
That's
go.
right.
It was a calf.
Thank you. It's a tiny cow. I'm so fucking stupid
It's
tonight.
okay. It's
As
all
Rich
right,
Voss would say, "I stink."
I sign up for surfing lessons, and I'm surfing, and the beach is stopped. Everyone's watching me. They're like the outrigger
Because they thought your
boats.
shorts were retired.
Like the outrigger boats are not even going out anymore. They're like, no. Whatever you got out there, it's not as
Whale
good.
watching boats make U-turns. Fuck the whales. This is awesome.
Screw the whales.
Screw the whales.
On the left side, we have a dwarf surfing, everybody. Take out your cameras.
Sperm whales doing jazz hands on the other side of the boat. Like, go away.
The best part about it is this is a true story. Like, everyone's watching me, and I'm feeling all these eyes on me. I look 10 yards to my left. Is a dog surfing. It's a dog surfing, and nobody.
Daddy's at a teacup.
Nobody's staring at the dog. Nobody.
Yeah,
I'm like
no.
the dog, and I look at my surfing
Seen
instructor.
it on YouTube, man. I'm over it.
I look at my surfing instructor. I'm like, what the? Everyone's staring at me. No one's. There's a dog surfing over there. He goes, oh, Raj, he's here every Thursday.
Raj.
Like, everyone knows the dog surfs. We've seen a dachshund on a longboard. That's nothing.
Dachshund. Wiener dog boarding on ESPN3. Wiener dog boarding.
And now the strongman competition.
Watch Ken Patera lift ship anchors, and then stay tuned for Wiener Dog Board.
Oh my God, that would totally.
And then Uncle Dan had an idea many appearances ago. For they do poker after dark, and ESPN will show poker.
Right.
He wanted to do midget poker, but have all the cards be huge.
I've seen those in like the gag stores at like the magic stores and stuff. They have these like huge playing cards.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd
But
be
no one
funny.
over 4 foot can play.
We would need 2 hands to like see the 2 cards.
Yeah.
Like people like lifting them up.
That would be. How'd you like to put that on late at night, and you just come home like stoned and like you're all blazed out. You put on ESPN 5, and you're like, "Wow, those cards are huge." What was in that
Then
Northern
after that,
Light?
you could have Asian babies.
Asian babies doing what though? It's
Just
a sports.
sitting there.
It's a sports
Just
channel though. They
sitting
got
there
to
in
do
the middle
something.
of the night. You just look at them, and
And is that the athletic competition? The Asian.
You just go from one Asian baby to another, and everybody goes, "Oh, look at that little Asian."
So it's like a dog show for Asian babies.
So it'd be like the Puppy Bowl.
That's right.
But with Asian babies.
That'd be a good idea.
Okay.
The Asian babies
So-
crawling all over.
Asian baby dog show.
That'd be good.
So they pull him out, like leading in Vietnamese. One, pull him out. Korean. There you go. Just keep pulling him out.
Love it.
So that I think we have a full card of network programming.
Sure.
And that
dog
is
surfing.
First strongman competition.
Sure.
That's a mainstay.
Yeah.
Magnus Larson and Ken Patera, Mark Henry.
Hosted by Mark Henry, because I listened to that podcast. That was funny as hell.
He is
That's
so
ridiculous.
great, Mark Henry, and he's become a good friend too. He's a good dude. And the thing about so we got strongman competition.
Sure.
Stay tuned immediately for wiener dog surfing.
Wiener dog surfing.
Then there's Asian baby dog show. And then Brad Williams is going to surf. We're going to do a little man on the street. And then you go, wait a minute. Brad Williams is going to surf.
Yeah.
After
Okay, I believe a dachshund on a longboard. I'm good. Seen it a million times.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this
little
Oompa
man?
Loompa surfing?
You know what? I'm microphobic. Maybe if I TiVo it and when I have people around and I feel safe, I'll take a Xanax bar and I'll watch Brad Williams on a surfboard in his retired shorts from his 50th appearance on More Stories. The About Last Night podcast, Brad Williams, and of course our good friend Adam Ray, who absolutely was great in the heat. I was very proud of him.
Yeah, it's. I was so happy to see his role because you know that in this business, so many times your friends come up to you and they say, "Hey, man, you gotta go see this new movie I'm in," and they're playing like the valet that has one line.
Yeah, you feel it's like embarrassing.
Yeah, or something like that. You're like, dude, why even say that you're in it? But then and that's what Adam was saying. Like, hey, man, I'm in this movie. I'm in this movie, and then you see it, and he's got a huge part. Nikki Cox from the sidelines, ladies and gentlemen.
I met Michael Bublé once upon a time. He's a very sweet and talented young man, but he confessed that in his younger years, before he was a zillionaire, he played Chuck E. Cheese. Like he wore.
Whoa!
He wore the mouse suit, and I have to tell you,
Celebrity Chuck E. Cheese right after Brad Williams.
Oh,
Dude, how hard is it to run a network?
It's not hard. I've already sold it.
You sold? I get
and
half.
we're married, right?
Yeah,
so
good.
It's fine. It's
Great.
fine. Community property. Anyway, I actually said, and I had a crush. Of course, he's cute, and he's a song and dance man. I'm a sucker for that. And when he told me that, I said, I think that might be the most important thing about you. That is the most important thing about you.
You think more? Did you know that there? Do you know what, my dear bride? Oh, I told Brad you paused Little People, and you said, "What Littlest Couple?" And you said, "What's this about?" Did you know there's an actual phobia of little people, and do you know what it's called?
I do.
What's it called?
Well, most of them end with phobia, so I'm gonna start there.
Blank phobia. He was so afraid.
What do I get if I'm right?
I'll
Midget lap dance.
Oh yeah.
Never had one. Today. Micro.
Yeah.
Wow! Nikki Cox pulls out microphobia, everybody.
Yeah, I am a
Now
fan
you sit
of
in the chair, and I'm going to film Brad Williams giving you a midget lap dance.
Let's do this. This is a lap dances unplugged on MTV.
All right. Oh my God! Oh, Brad Williams.
No, you put hands on. All
He's humping my wife's boobs.
And they just hurt me so I can get my satisfaction.
Oh my God! Somebody grab a damn mic. The dog's biting Brad. My teacup Yorkie is biting Brad Williams to defend her daughter.
Your dog is taking me out.
Of all the times I've ever wished every neighbor was walking their dogs right now. I like how you just actually titty fucked my wife.
Yeah.
Through his jeans.
Yeah.
No, when he was up on top on the chest.
Oh yeah, that was good stuff.
No, she said that was good stuff.
Oh yeah, that was good. Oh yeah.
Microphobia. You want a little person lap dance. Brad, you're in San Diego and you're at my favorite club in the country, Denver Comedy Works, and you got to give those dates out.
Okay.
And we got to talk a little bit about gay dwarves because I'm a little obsessed with it.
I will do that November 8th and 9th. I'm at the Madhouse Comedy Club in San Diego, California. Warriors.
A little less passion.
Come on out there. And then, more passion. November 14th through the 17th, I'm at Jay's and my favorite comedy club, the Comedy Works in downtown Denver, Colorado. And then also on the 17th, if you're going to the Broncos Titans game in Denver, I will be there. Broncos are my favorite team. Go Peyton Manning's forehead.
So on the 15th, 16th, 17th, you're at Comedy Works in Denver.
Yeah.
November. And November 8th and 9th, you're at Mad Hatter's in San Diego.
Madhouse. Yes.
Madhouse. Excuse me.
You're talking about the Mad Hatter. Oh, my goodness.
I would say being a dwarf.
I did a Mad Hatter impression. Ed Wynn. How do you like that reference?
Pretty good. I'm sure Ralph Garman enjoys it immensely.
Oh, exactly. That's where I got it from.
Of course. We all had our influences.
Yeah.
I would think being a dwarf is the hardest thing in the world. Like, you can go through life cross-eyed, but you can slap on an eye patch. And like, if you're African American, that's a tough hustle, obviously. Being gay,
you can put an eye patch on then too.
Uncle Dan,
people will kind of look at the eye patch and forget you're African American.
Oh, what, do you have to have a different colored eye patch?
Probably,
eye patch flesh colored?
Yeah, maybe a white one or something.
Yeah, one with a spiral so you get hypnotized when you stare at their eye.
Why not?
Oh, my God, she had a great one with an eye painted on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Always wide open, never.
Black
blank.
guy would do that. A black guy would wear an eye patch. We didn't need one.
Eye patch with a grill. But being a dwarf, like you said, like when you go into a restaurant, for some reason, special people, obviously, I'm going to take them completely out of the conversation.
Sure.
Because as my wife taught me, they're the only people that can't defend themselves. Like, you can tell a waitress, like, fuck you.
Right.
But no matter, the thing about being a dwarf that fascinates me is, like you and I are good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just my friend, and it's gone out the window long ago.
Sure.
But like to somebody, like you could walk into Starbucks after doing like the Tonight Show, wearing an Hermes, man bag, and But Matty Boy?
Matty Boy said, order a tall.
Order a tall.
That was one of the first jokes I ever wrote. That was
Really?
that was like 10 years ago. I was like, why is it always? I think about being a little person. Everyone always
You
looks
say
at me
like
funny.
Seinfeld like that? Is that how you did?
What's the deal? What's the deal? Being a little person, all I want is a tall coffee. What's the awkward?
Yeah, you gotta go straight venti.
Only venti every time.
You just carry it out with 2 hands.
Stir it like a cauldron.
Boil, boil.
Borrowers.
Boil, toil and trouble. Where the fuck is the Splenda? I'm trying to put Eye of Newt into this. But no matter how cool you are, like you said, you're top 5 dwarf all-time living right now.
Yeah.
No one's going to notice anything about you for the first few days.
Oh, yeah. And that's how, like, I think I'll always hopefully be a nice guy because I could go on stage, get a standing ovation at April Foolishness, and then when I walk into the 24-hour Mel's Diner, some kid just goes, what the hell is wrong with him? And you're like, oh, okay. I guess that didn't matter what I just did.
Have you ever scared a child on purpose?
Oh, all the time.
Really?
Oh, my God. And this is before I even was doing comedy. Like, when I was in high... like, all the time.
This is when I was a civilian.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do in high school, me and my buddy Ozzy, we would go to...
Get out of here.
What?
Ozzy?
Yeah, I have a friend named Ozzy. He's Chilean.
Oh, I thought you meant Ozzy.
Oh, hey, you know, Ozzy just likes to hang out with wolves. Yeah.
Now that sounded like Tony Danza doing Seinfeld, doing Bobby Slayton.
That's what
Seinfeld Ozzy.
Seinfeld Ozzy.
Do it again.
What's the deal with Sharon?
It's tired of a madman, and yet I'm completely sane.
Followed by the chemical sign for boron. And so me and Ozzy would go to Toys R Us. I know I can end the joke right there. But we would go there, and Ozzy would throw me in the stuffed animal bin, and I would just stay perfectly still and wait for a kid to walk by, and then I would come to life and scare the fuck out of kids. It was great.
And now, did you do this because were you teased terribly as a kid?
Yeah.
And Orange County,
sure,
is pretty right wing. They like things the way they like them. So
right.
When there's a kid that's a dwarf in your kid's classroom, probably parents were mean too. Like what?
Well,
how bad were you bullied?
But see, no, not that bad. I was always bullied at first. But here's the deal, and this is why my dad is so awesome. My dad is the shit. And by the way, my parents are not dwarves.
By the way, Brad Williams' dad is Chris Mullen. I don't know if you guys know that. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. Talking about hitting the J.
No kidding, right? My parents are not dwarves, and my dad, when I was growing up, he would make fun of me as a kid. But no. No, yeah. But he would tell me that's why I'm doing it. He's saying, I'm making fun of you.
Like a boy named Sue.
Right.
I'll tell you.
Tiny Sue.
Tiny Sue.
Sue. How do you do?
Now you're going to die. Punch you in the kneecap. So he would make fun of me, but tell me like, okay, hit me back with something because that's what these kids are going to do. And before my first day of school, like we would write out like, all right, here's what kids will probably say. I would go to school with a fucking set list.
You put it in prompter in the front of the room.
So like when and he would say like, okay, this is what you say to a fat kid. This is what you say to a Mexican kid. We would have all the insults just ready to go. So when someone said something to me, I would just fire back and just fucking crush their feelings. It was great.
That's great. I met your dad at April Foolishness.
Yeah.
He's strikingly handsome.
Yeah.
As are you.
Sure.
And
me too.
And Uncle Dan,
Uncle Dan,
relocated,
without
witness
the eye
protection,
patch,
without the witness protection. Dennis Farina, Uncle Dan.
That's it.
All in the
He
stash.
faked his death. We decided loved. Dennis Farina faked his death to masquerade as Uncle Dan.
Now Uncle Dan's going to have to put on a big, overblown, scenery-chewing Chicago accent.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed on Law and Order, but I came here from Chicago. Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah, no one picked up on that, Farina. I love that but your dad I met and he was really cool. And the fact that he toughened you up as a kid, that's more parents should do that and
absolutely
put it to the bullies. This is a question from my wife to Brad Williams. Does
Okay.
Brad know about the world's smallest Chinaman at Ripley's Believe It or Not in a birdcage and he was arrested for treason?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know this story. What is the story, Nikki Cox?
It's At the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, and I usually choose to believe. And it was an itty-bitty man from China who had a big, long Fu Manchu mustache, and he committed treason, and he was tried and found guilty and jailed in a birdcage. Really? And it's like, it's just, and it's believe it or not. And I went, I totally believe.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
But for treason.
For treason.
How did he get caught?
How is he spying?
How does he not get out of a birdcage?
I just love that he has the Fu Manchu mustache and he's like the world's smallest man. That doesn't look like a dude. That looks like the decoration you see as you walk in. You know what I mean? Like those like Death Squad type cats that are just there at like every sushi bar.
Did he have like little furniture in the cage, or did he have to sit up on the little thing up there? Because that would be the worst.
He wasn't alive.
He had one little stick that he could walk back and forth on.
Oh, okay.
He was he wasn't. He was like a little mummified guy, right?
The one in the museum, yes. I believe it took place in the early 1800s. So if he was an alive guy, it would be really weird. And then I would totally have to believe because he'd be standing there dancing in his crying in his birdcage.
All right after Brad Williams on the surfboard and Chinese baby dog show, Asian baby dog show, little people in bird cages.
Little people in bird
escape
cages.
artists.
Oh my God.
You could stick him in there with like a real bird, and they'd have to clean up after him. They'd have to get down there and change the paper.
Who would have to clean up after who, though?
I don't know.
Because only one has opposable digits.
It depends on whose crime was the worst. If the Chinese guy's crime was
the
worse
birds
than
beating
the birds.
treason.
I think murder's less than treason these days. Murder, you get life in jail. Treason, they just hang your ass. And in this case, they hang you in a bird cage. In Ripley's Believe It or Not, what would the bird's crime be, Uncle Dan? What could be worse than treason?
It could be like one of those carrier pigeons carrying secret messages back and forth. So maybe they're both in there for treason.
So what? Like the bird takes the message and then flies to the other country and says "fuck off."
Yeah, he's a bird spy. Deep secrets. Yeah. Tell us, there's a track on your CD. It's Brad Williams' Hi Ho. It's available on iTunes right now. Mm-hmm. Do you sell it off your website? Do you sell it at your shows?
I sell it at my shows. It'll be on Amazon.com. It'll be on my website, BradWilliamsComedy.com. And so you can even go to jmohr.com.
That's it.
Click on the Amazon banner and then buy my CD. That's what you could do.
That's chemistry right there, my man.
You help me out. You send Jay's kids to college.
That's right.
Barry Katz gets a cut of everything.
November 8th and 9th, go see Brad at the Madhouse in San Diego. November 15th, that's the night. That's the Friday. You want to fill up Friday for Brad. 17th is a Sunday. You got a Sunday night show at Comedy Works in Denver?
And that you might want to come to that show because I'll be drunk as hell from going to the Bronco game.
Okay. Forget every other date. Comedy Works Denver, everybody's favorite comedy club in the country.
It's great.
Brad Williams, go see him Sunday, November 17th. You will see a drunk dwarf on stage wearing a Peyton Manning jersey.
Absolutely.
That was made for a child.
You're damn right.
No, you wear a men's shirt.
Men's small.
You're buff.
Yeah, I do the push-ups every morning.
Very well done.
Yeah.
You beat the werewolf at the radio station, Vito Violante, on my radio show. You beat him in a diamond push-up contest. He's a bodybuilder. Why don't you tell the listeners how many you banged out?
I don't even remember.
75.
75, you remember?
75, but you were just bouncing. It looked like you were twerking.
I looked like one of Ice Cube's cars in the early 90s.
Oh, what's up, Dr. Dre? Should have had a hang on that motherfucker.
Yeah. I'll be bouncing on that.
Gay Dwarf is a track on your disc. You could buy this. You know what? How much do the discs sell for?
$10.
$10.
Yeah.
But if you're drunk on Sunday at the Comedy Works, November 17th, you'll probably be cutting deals all over the place.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're a girl, I don't know how many girls I've given free CDs to because they flash a titty. I'm good. That's all I need.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. What?
My wife just took hers out behind your back. Yeah, with her relatives in the room.
Oh, yeah, it's a little awkward.
Eye patch on.
He'll put an eye patch. Yeah, but which
callback.
But which eye? That's what I'm worried about.
Uncle Dan, he's the number 9 hitter that goes 0 for 6 and then just grand slam in the end.
He's never gone 0 for 6 in his life.
Love this guy.
Ever.
Uncle Dan's
track
awesome.
6, Gay Dwarf.
Yeah.
Break it down.
Well,
rounding third here, so take us out strong with Gay Dwarf.
No problem. That's my theory, because when that whole Penn State thing happened.
Oh, jeez. Should I pick another track?
We can start going down the rabbit hole. It's okay. It's okay. When the whole Penn State thing happened, it was like this guy's touching kids, and it's the most horrendous thing ever. And I think we can solve the whole pedophile problem by just giving these guys gay dwarfs.
You think that would cure a pedophile?
Well, no, everybody wins.
Maddie wants to high five you.
Everybody wins.
At the real Hey Maddie.
I'll tell you that.
Because the pedophile, he's getting his rocks off. He's good.
How is he getting his rocks off if it's...
Yeah, but he
but you
looks
have
like a
pubes
kid.
and like a 6-inch penis. That's not...
Sure.
There's nothing kid-like about that. The only thing kid-like is the height.
Right.
So he closes his eyes and he makes believe...
And the voice, depending on the type of dwarfism, because you can get one of those dwarfs that sounds like this one.
Dwarf.
Like, oh,
I'm just like everybody else.
knuckle hopping, big boy.
So you think we can cure pedophilia by sending gay... But what if the gay dwarfs are unwilling to accommodate a brutal savage?
No, here's the thing. Gay dwarves are willing. Let me tell you this. I know 2 gay dwarves, and they both live in West Hollywood, California, not 2 blocks from each other. I know, surprising. West Hollywood. Shocker.
Little Santa Monica Boulevard. I mean, these are layups.
And they're not banging each other. I thought they would.
Why wouldn't they?
That's what I say. I'm like, dude, you're gay, you're a dwarf. The life's already hard enough, and God puts another gay dwarf 2 blocks from your house, and you look at him and go, "Not my type." Fuck you. Are you kidding me?
What do dwarfs go for?
Dwarfs?
Yeah, I'm gonna LOL it with TTYL. Huh?
Or Dways.
Dways. What do Dways go for?
They like
my 450.
My 2 buddies. They like gay tall dudes.
Really?
Yeah, they want gay tall dudes. I'm like, wouldn't that break you? I mean, that's nuts.
Well, the tall women break you? I mean, you...
No, but I'm the one doing the penetrating. You know what I mean? Like, the 2 guys I know are both bottoms. So, like, they're getting... Yeah.
They're getting
hammered
anally.
Do dwarves have regular sized assholes? We do, but we just don't have a... I don't... You know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Not me, her. You have a regular sized penis.
Yes, I do.
And you have a regular-sized asshole.
Yes, I do.
So then, why would a regular-sized man, a 6-footer, break your?
You know what?
And you have an enormous ass.
You're right, Nikki Cox, Jay Mohr. You did correct me. Thank you for that.
November 22nd, I'm at the Brea Improv. I sell my CDs for $20. I don't have any
20.
I don't have CDs.
Oh,
I got shirts.
More your shirts, right?
Yeah, we got new shirts coming in. My wife designed lady shirts. Everyone's like, "Where are the lady shirts?" Mm-hmm. And we got one coming in. It's a mustache on the front, like that stretches all the way across, big bushy mustache across like your boobs. Mm-hmm. And then on the back, it says, "My other ride is a mustache."
Yeah.
For the ladies.
Mustache ride.
They're free. Yeah. When I had a beard, I had
How would Tracy Morgan describe that T-shirt?
Oh, that's a good T-shirt. It's provocative. You can wear that with your wheelchair gloves at the handball courts. Yeah. I play handball on my lady T from jmohr.com. Uncle Dan is my biological uncle. Uncle Dan, that's that Dennis Farina.
You bet.
Yeah, Uncle Dan got 2 dogs. He got a husky and he got a Rottweiler in the trunk of his Vespa. It's a street sweeper. That's
Keep
a
my
street
Vespa
sweeper.
out of this.
I love my daughter. I love my daughter. Brad Williams is my biological son. And we go to little bars together.
Little bars.
We go to dance bars. Elton John wrote Tiny Dancer for Brad Williams. That's for real. That's the Rocket Man. Elton John is the Rocket Man.
Oh my God.
Brad Williams is a rocket.
Oh,
he's the Tiny Dancer.
That's so good.
Yeah, Kate Hudson knows it.
Almost famous reference.
Yeah.
Well done, Tracy. I know you watched that movie.
Of course I watch it. I'm a member of the Academy. I vote across the board. I do documentary. My favorite documentary was Precious. That was real. It was real to me, damn it. Brad Williams at the Madhouse in San Diego, November 8th.
Yeah.
And don't forget Denver. A lot of More Stories podcast listeners in Denver and San Diego, so this will be a good plug. November 17th, you can see a very drunk Brad Williams at the Comedy Works.
Absolutely.
And wow, this was fun. My bride, thank you. That was great. Quality
Nikki Cox
time,
with the cameo. I got to give you a lap dance. You realize that I can check that off my bucket list now?
Aww.
She got bucket list too.
Yeah.
Love it.
Brad Williams lap dance. Gonna get everybody pregnant. So, Brad, go see Brad do stand-up comedy. Hit the Amazon banner at jmohr.com. Uncle Dan, you got any dates coming up you want to promote?
I'm going to be praising through the city of Los Angeles and San Fernando Valley.
So if you need your home appraised.
That's right. Give Uncle Dan a call.
And I don't know if you want to give out your phone number, but
No, I don't want to do that anymore.
How do they get a hold of you? Are you in the yellow pages under a certain name?
I'm in all the different color pages. I'm on online and everything. They can look me up.
Do you have a website?
No, I don't want a website.
So how are you online?
Well, some lady called me the other day and said she found me online, so I must be online.
Dan Hoyt.
Dan Hoyt Appraisals.
All right.
Give him a good rating on Yelp.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is Yelp? Yelp I've been getting emails from Yelp. I don't even know.
That's actually track 12.
Yelp.
Yelp. That's what a
Dr.
dwarf
Seuss
says when a regular guy sticks his.
Damn it! I was gonna go for.
He beat you.
I gave it to him. I gave it to him. You know what I mean? So,
I did see you pull back
because sometimes the guy's drafting behind.